like to say hello and welcome everyone here today at our training center on Fulton, where the police and fire train. My name is Deputy Chief Raymond Mahosky, Chief of Operations. We're here today to showcase a very important aspect of fire training: urban search and rescue. This type of elite training will enhance our urban search and rescue skills, especially when it comes to potential structure collapses and major disasters. For the past 2 weeks, 25 of our Yonkers firefighters, who are standing behind me, and officers, have participated in this elite urban search and rescue training. I'd like to say thank you to our city elected officials who are here today joining us on this great morning. Yonkers City Council President Lakeisha Collins Bellamy, Majority Leader John Rubo, Councilwoman Tasha Diaz, Westchester County Legislator James Nolan, and also Local 628 Union President Bubba Philp. I'd like to also introduce you to the City of Yonkers Mayor Mike Spano, who will weigh in on how having these skills will ultimately make the City of Yonkers a safer place.
Thanks, Chief. And good morning, everyone. How great is this place? You know, our fire and police unions have been pushing for this operation to be put in place for a long time, and they were willing to be helpful, put their own money behind this project. We were able to get support from members of our state delegation, from members of our county legislature and the county government, and of course the council president and majority leader and city council, all of us working together because we want to make sure that our firefighters and our police officers, but in this particular case our firefighters, had the highest level of training. And we're having this opportunity to visit. I actually had this opportunity to visit our firefighters over the last couple of weeks as they've been training, especially on the old 87 building across from City Hall, which will be taken down pretty soon, but they're helping to take it down. And they're actually using that as an opportunity to do some heavy rescue rigging, to learn how to do that, to learn how to use the tools, to do the urban search and rescue techniques that they'll need in a community like Yonkers, because we do have a lot of old structures. We're a city that was founded, or 1640 something, and none of those structures are around, but we certainly do have a lot of structures that have been around for over 100 years. And there are the old cold water flats that are in South Yonkers. When they go on fire, you're talking about a densely populated area. You're talking about where our firefighters are going in to save lives, but they're putting their own lives in real danger. And so they need to have the best training, and that's what this is all about. Here in Yonkers, like I said, the third largest city in New York State, we face these risk factors, and I want to say thank you. I also want to make sure that our firefighters are always prepared for the type of hazard, the types of fires and the floods that we now experience all too often, the potential structure collapse or the hazardous material incidents that can come our way. This training allows our firefighters, again, to respond quickly and to locate and rescue victims. That's what it's all about. And it's the first time we've done an 80 hours of training like this all in one shot. And I hope that we're able to do this again, because it's important for them and it's important for our residents. I want to thank the state for providing this vital instruction, and our federal partners at the Urban Area Security Initiative for the federal funding that was provided to us here today. There's just so many different levels of government that have to come together to make this all work for our firefighters. And I want to say thank you to the commissioner, his staff, for doing what they needed to do to make this all happen. At the end of the day, we're very lucky here in Yonkers because we do have the finest fire department in the country, and we want to make sure that our reputation, and we want to make sure that this stays this way. Thank you, and for letting me say a few words.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. A mayor who really cares about the citizens and makes sure we have our resources that we need in our training. I really appreciate that. And so do our members. Okay, next I'm gonna bring up to the stage Lakeisha Collins Williams to speak on behalf of the firefighters.
Good morning, everyone. It's my honor to stand here this morning with my colleagues in government to see a demonstration of the hard work and training that members of 628 and the uniform officers have done in the past 2 weeks. This training is important because throughout the city, we hope that we never have an incident where a building collapses and you have to go in and search for survivors. But we know that our firefighters are trained for such an incident. Standing here makes me think about something we just remembered a short time ago, 9/11, and that search and rescue. And our firefighters are not only the bravest, but the most well-trained in this country. So I have to say thank you to our partners in government, in the county, in the state, and on the federal level that help us continue our commitment of providing funding and the best training for our firefighters to help protect the residents of the city of Yonkers. So congratulations. I hope that you all never have to use the training that you learned here, but don't forget it. And also don't forget to take care of your mental health, because when you go into situations like this and the images that you see oftentimes get embedded in your brain. And I hope that you seek the training, the resources to continue to perform your job well. God bless you all. Continue to be safe.
Thank you, Yonkers City Council President Lakeisha Collins Bellamy. That was very nice. Okay, the Commissioner of the Yonkers Fire Department, William Fitzpatrick, has worn every hat in the fire service. Started as a fireman many years ago, and helped us build up this program and get us to where we're at now in this present day, which is amazing. I'd like to bring up the Commissioner of the Yonkers Fire Department, William Fitzpatrick, please.
Thanks, Ray. It wasn't really that long ago. I don't want to say what year it was. But again, I want to thank the mayor. I always tell everybody the mayor's engaged with what we do in the fire department. We talk on a regular basis. He calls us up and says, "Hey, Commish, I got another building for you to train in." He's always looking for opportunities for us. It can't be done without him and the city council supporting us financially in all the endeavors we do. I'd like to thank State Fire Administrator James Cable and Assistant State Fire Administrator Pat Hines for offering us this program. This is only one of 2 times this course is being offered throughout the state this year. So we feel privileged to be one of the departments selected to have it. Firefighters, you hear about routine calls all the time. Well, there are no routine calls. We could be sitting at the table having a cup of coffee, running out to a medical call, structure fire, and then we have things like this, building collapse, which are low frequency, high intensity calls. But we need to be just as prepared to handle these situations as any other situation, even though they're much less frequent. We mentioned the Urban Area Security Initiative. This is federal funds that we get from throughout the area, working with New York City, Nassau, Suffolk, Westchester. It's an area initiative. So it's not just protecting the city of Yonkers, but it's being available to our neighbors and throughout the area. So again, I want to thank all the hard work our men put in the last 2 weeks. I'd especially like to thank Chief Pinto and Captain Rivera for a great job setting up all the logistics weeks ahead of time. I know there were a lot of other guys involved, but I can't possibly name them all. So hopefully we have a safe conclusion to this training and look forward to doing more in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. I missed someone we have here today also. Deanna Norman. She's a councilwoman, and she's a big supporter of the Yonkers Fire Department. As the Commissioner of the Fire Department stated, this training would not have been possible without the assistance and coordination of our state instructors, who did an amazing job the last 2 weeks. Worked very hard with our members, and I thank them all. Please welcome the New York State Fire Administrator Jim Cable to the podium.
Good morning. Thank you, Mayor Spano and Commissioner Fitzpatrick. As they both referenced, urban search and rescue, tech rescue, emergency response is a team effort, and I appreciate the continuing partnership of the City of Yonkers and the Yonkers Fire Department. Rescue operations and structural collapse incidents, such as a vehicle into a building, a gas explosion, or a major collapse, such as the bombing of the Murrah Federal Building in Oklahoma City in 1995, the attacks of September 11, 2001, and the more recent collapse of the Champlain Towers in Surfside, Florida, can be complex, high risk, resource intensive, and of extended duration. These incidents clearly demonstrate the need for sufficient, properly trained and equipped technical rescue teams to be available to respond to both man-made and natural disasters. The New York State Office of Fire Prevention and Control has provided urban search and rescue training since the mid-90s, conducting 595 structural collapse series courses like that you see here today, with nearly 14,000 student completions statewide in that time. I applaud the City of Yonkers and the Yonkers Fire Department's commitment to provide a dedicated collapse rescue capability available to respond to incidents in the city while providing a mutual aid resource available to the county and the state. Thank you.